G'day, this is Jeff and Warner Simmons, Boonderoo Partnership. Welcome to the Wattle Mini Field Day. This has been project funded by the Regional Agricultural LandCare Facilitator through the Glenelg Hopkins CMA. So today is all about having a little bit of an opportunity to look at how our trees have grown over the 12 months that they've been planted, or just a bit longer. I'd like to give a welcome to country, acknowledge the traditional owners, which are the Gunditjmara people, and acknowledge their leaders past, present and emerging. So,
Southern Grampians helped out with the funding, and the Regional Agricultural Land Facilitator Fund. So we've had a little bit of money to have a guest speaker and look at it all. And last year we had a bus, this year we're walking it, and it's been COVID, we've had to go very quietly.
Okay. My name's Finley Hiscock. And my name's Charlie Hiscock. This is a Followup. Did you know this was 70 centimetres last year in November, and now 206 centimetres this year in November?
These trees were planted in July last year, and they're growing it amazingly for the time that they've been in, and you can see they're flowering already and they're starting to produce seed, so they're a wonderful tree to have in the wattle program. Yeah, they're great.
And this is an Acacia Salina, and in November last year it was 60 centimetres, and this year in November it was 220 centimetres.
Hi, I'm Sarah Moyle. This is an Acacia retinoides, which was planted 12 months ago, and look at it now.
This species is a Baileyiana, also known as a Cootamundra. In the last 12 months it's grown from 50 centimetres high to 195 centimetres high. It's in this plantation there's been 54 planted and there's 50 have survived, which is a fairly good survival rate of 92%. The appearance is slightly different, it's more of a ferny leaf type of thing.
Okay, this is Acacia pycnantha. It was planted in August 2019, a little bit later than the others because of its frost tender. By November it was only 25 centimetres tall, and it's now 160 centimetres tall.
You've put these trees from seed up to the seedling stage, and now we've grown them out a bit. What do you think of them?
Well, they look great, Jeff. They're up to 3 metres tall in 17 months. So they all the species through here look terrific. They've grown very rapidly, and some of them have got seed pods already set for next year. So on this very rocky scoria soil too, it's a great use of the land area because it's not arable, and you can see the biomass of these trees is just extraordinary.
We're looking for the seed, after 2 years start to get a little bit. What's the value? What do you think people should do with the seed when all these small farmers start to have plantations coming on?
So these trees, there's 5 different species in this trial. They're all edible seeded wattles. So there is a very good market in the native food industry in Australia, and there's even going to be international markets too in the future. So yeah, these seed now, it's always on plenty of demand. That seed's selling for $40 to $50 a kilogram, clean raw seed. If that seed is given a slight light roast and ground, it's selling from $60 to $80 a kilogram.
Can you see farmers getting together to do some sort of a cooperative, or how would you see the seed actually being sold once it all starts to come on?
We've got about 12 hectares of wattle orchards in the Hamilton district. This one here is about a quarter of a hectare, is it, Jeff?
Something like that.
Something like that. And we're focusing on 5 or 6 species, so there will be some tons of seed in the next couple of years from those orchards, and there'll be a few more going in next year. So the thought is to have a cooperative, and there's great interest in Australian native food crops, and these wattles are particularly adapted to our climate and the changing climate, and they're completely rain fed. This whole orchard's had no supplementary irrigation, and it's the roots are getting moisture. The trees are adapted to this area. That's where we've selected them, and some of these are selections from higher seed yielding trees.
Yeah, you really picked some of the better ones, and we're interested to see how they go in the longer term. How long do you think they might last in this sort of country?
Well, a lot of wattles don't have a good name in terms of falling over the fence, and people don't like to grow them because they're shorter lived. They're a pioneer species, but all the work I've done on them in the last 20 years in Africa and here shows that if we prune the trees and manage them as a horticultural crop, they can be quite long lived.
So that's a bit of a wrap up. You've seen 6 species on our plot. I hope you've learnt a little bit. We've just got a new website, and it's www.gazettelandcare.com.au, so jump on that and have a look at some of our other projects that we've done with Gazette Landcare. We're a pretty good action group. If you're interested in wattles, just come and chat to us, send us a message. You can talk to Peter at Wattle Seeds Australia.